these are the top 5 games I played in 2025, y'all boys. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. 2025 was low-key, in my opinion, a pretty good year for gaming in general, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. It was good games, but the first one I want to talk about, which y'all probably like, ain't no way that's in your top 5, is when it was first came out, you know what I'm saying, when it first came out, and it was peak, okay? But let's get into it. Alright, bro. So, starting at, we're gonna go from least to, you know, greatest, if that makes sense. So, starting at the first one, which is the least, is Skate. The reason why Skate is the least is because Skate was so fun when it first came out, bro. The community, the vibes, everything about it. It was just vibey, it was fun, right? But I even said this on my past Skate streams. If you want to go tap into those, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you'll find a clip or like you're watching it and you'll see a clip of me saying this, but it reminded me of Knockout City a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Fun to play with friends, but it's like you're doing the same thing and there's no new changes they add to it that, you know, makes you want to keep playing it. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, Fortnite really is the GOAT, I feel like, of games like these, for real. Because they always adding changes and all types of shit to the game. So it's like, it's always something new, you feel me? Even though it's like, not as good as it was before, it's still a good game. You know what I'm saying? It's still something you can hop on, you know, and play with your friends from time to time. You can do the same thing with Skate, but just Fortnite is different, you feel me? You can sometimes get back into a mode of playing that shit again with your friends on some shit, you feel me? But Skate, bro, back to Skate, y'all. Skate, I seen it. I'm like, yo, this is fun, but it's reminding me a bit of Knockout City, and it's gonna become repetitive and boring, and nobody's gonna be playing that shit no more. What do you know? I don't know if no one's playing it no more. Obviously, there's people playing it, but it's not as big as it was when it first came out, bro. A lot of people stopped playing it. I asked my friends, are you trying to hop on Skate? You know what I'm saying? And I just asked them to see if I was bugging out with me saying that, yo, Skate fell off. Their response was, hell no, I ain't hopping on that shit. Bro, who even plays that game anymore, bro? I'm not playing that. So, yeah, Skate is definitely the least, but when it first came out, it was fire, though. So, that's why it's in my top 5. But number two, and some of my supporters is not gonna like this game rating, Black Myth Wukong, bro. Now, I know y'all seen all of the, you know, games I showed at the start. You're like, ain't no way Black Myth Wukong is at number 2, but listen, hear me out though real quick, y'all. Black Myth Wukong, I feel like, and I didn't finish it yet, so that's also something to keep in mind too. So I can't even really give it a proper rating yet, but as of right now, I feel like it's an inconsistent masterpiece. Chapter 1 was great, you feel me? You know, the riddles made sense, everything was working, you feel what I'm saying? Chapter 2 was great as well. The storyline got even better, but an issue I found out was like, okay, there's different secrets, right? But I really couldn't figure out what to do with those secrets without a tutorial. I'm not trying to be rude, and no, this is not a mind thing, you know what I'm saying? Or you just not being like smart enough. No, certain games where you have to figure out things and figure out like puzzles and shit like that, you could always end up figuring it out by yourself. You don't always have to look it up. You feel what I'm saying? Not all the time, at least, when it's like good puzzles. Black Myth Wukong, if it wasn't from people in my chat and me looking at tutorials, I would have never figured out how to get the Wind Tamer, y'all. I swear to you, I would have never figured that out. I don't feel like the game gives you like proper instructions. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I would have never done that shit to get the Wind Tamer, or my journey on getting the Wind Tamer, I would have never even been able to get to the person who I could, you know, upgrade my like my HP, my stamina recovery rate, all of that. I would have never been able to get to that person if it wasn't for my chat in the tutorial, which is an issue because that's a key component to the game to help you progress and like make further progress in the game. Not to mention chapter 3 is way too long. Okay, oh my gosh, even the Black Myth Wukong community hates chapter 3. Chapter 3 is way too long, number 1, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, sometimes I don't even understand the story. Like, why are we fighting this nigga for? What are we fighting this Buddha nigga for? I'm still confused. Why did we fight that nigga? Then chapter 4 actually gets like it like revived what I originally felt when I was first playing the game, bro. Chapter 4 revived that a little bit. But then, bro, they had these unbalanced bosses. I'm not gonna lie. Demon Souls and I already know Elden Ring, they have maybe Elden Ring might have semi-unbalanced bosses, but it's not to the point where it's like, it's just annoying and dumb shit. That's my issue with Battle Wukong. But everything else is good. But literally everything else is good. But those, and like, bro, but those inconsistencies, especially with the camera, but the camera is so bad at times, it's not even funny. It's just like, I don't know, with those inconsistencies, it took, you know, what this game could have got a higher rating in. I just can't look past those, bro. It's just so annoying at times. You feel what I'm saying? But that's why Black Myth Wukong is at my number 2. Now look, at number 3, y'all gonna be like, oh, we already know what number 3 is. No, you don't. I'm sorry. My number 3 is Astrobot. Now, I know that's crazy, but look, no, I'll really mess with Astrobot, okay? I'll really mess with Astrobot. Astrobot controller, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll really mess with that game. Like, bro, I really, you feel me? I got ordered, like, you know what I'm saying? The merch, you see, the Astrobot controller, I really mess with it. But, I'm gonna be honest. Astrobot is a great, phenomenal game. I actually have no complaints. No complaints. Other than the fact that it is a little bit too much like Astro's Playroom, I feel like it's literally just an extension of Astro's Playroom, which is, I have no problems, because Astro's Playroom was so fun to play when I first got my PS5. Astro's Playroom was amazing, you know what I'm saying? But it was almost like the same thing with Astrobot, just we're able to save bots, and, you know, we have different, like, inflatables and different enemies and shit. But, like, if you really, and just different, like, you know, different maps, but if you really think about it, the concept is damn near the exact same as Astro's Playroom. That's my only complaint. But it was still a very fun game. I would still recommend it to everybody. 10 out of 10 masterpiece. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll mess with Astrobot heavy. You feel me? Now, I know though y'all gonna be like, how is Dispatch coming at number 4? Right? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the best story games I played in a minute. Despite the fact I played Walking Dead this year. But, you know, everybody played The Walking Dead. I don't want to really, like, you know, I want to kind of do games that came out, you know, I know Astrobot Black Wukong came out 2024, but these are games I played this year, but I don't even want to include The Walking Dead. That's just a tier in its own. It's just so tough, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to include The Walking Dead, but Dispatch is number 4, and I ain't gonna lie, Dispatch was just great. You know what I'm saying? For it to be a 2025 game, you know what I'm saying, that just, like, story game that came out, and it's just, everything was hitting, bro. The story I was invested into, his characters, everything. But my complaints, though, was all of the pump faking, bro. The pump faking with people's deaths and certain things happening was just too annoying, bro. Like, I'm gonna lie, it would have hit way harder if certain people actually died. And this is my complaint with Stranger Things, too, but I ain't even about to get into Stranger Things. That's a whole nother thing. But I just feel like the pump faking deaths, it has to stop, bro. Y'all actually got to start killing off people so that it can really hit and the emotions hit. You feel what I'm saying? Because pump faking chases death. And, bro, not even pump. It's not even a death, but pump faking Blonde Blazer and, what's his nigga name? Bro, Omni-Man? It's not Omni-Man, but I forgot his name. Phenomenon, that's who he is. Phenomenon, pump faking for, Blonde Blazer and Phenomenon's, relationship, for her to just break up with the nigga the next episode? Come on now, gang. But hey, other than that though, I ain't gonna lie, 10 out of 10 story, but that shit was really good. But I don't know how I got the bad ending, but I ended up getting the bad ending. But even with the bad ending, Shorty is still willing to kill someone for you. You know what I'm saying? She's still a GOAT. I choose Invisible all day. I ain't gonna lie. Now this should be no surprise for y'all. Coming out number 5 is literally, you know, which is the best in my opinion, because we did from least to best. Ghost of Yotei, I ain't gonna lie. Ghost of Yotei, I gotta show the controller off too, bro. This is what started me collecting controllers, was Ghost of Yotei. The game was so good. And bro, I ain't gonna lie, the controller, tough, right? That's exactly what the game is. 10 out of 10. I got no complaints other than the fact that maybe some of the missions with just getting the, what's it called? The shrines, whatever them drones is called. Just having to constantly go get those. From time to time, it gets repetitive a little bit. Sometimes, but bro, even with how they switch it up on how you have to get those shrines and shit like that, how fulfilling it feels when you finally get to the shrines, bro, it's just a 10 out of 10 game. Now I'm talking about just the shrines. Don't get me started on the combat, the story, everything was just fire, bro. The drip in the game, nigga, how drip you could get? Come on, bro. That was an amazing game. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like though that game definitely should have won Game of the Year, bro. Like Ghost of Yotei was just, it was just such a masterpiece. Like, it was a really, really, really good game. Like, really good game, bro. And that shit really, like, I don't know, it broke out my channel in a way. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I feel like it broke out my channel in a way. when it comes to live streaming and shit. Like, yo, Ghost of Yote was just one of them ones. Like, it was really one of them ones. But I do know, again, I have to remind y'all, this is, because I know some of y'all are going to take this as, these are not top 5 games of the year. These are games I played in the past 2025, in the last year of 2025. Okay? I don't know if Expedition 33 should have really won over Ghost of Yote, but if Expedition 33 won over Ghost of Yote, I think I gotta play that game and see what it's about. Because the fact it won over Ghost of Yote, and I loved Ghost of Yote this much, I gotta see what Expedition 33 is like, y'all. You feel me? But I don't know, though. I still might be like, nah, Ghost of Yote should have won, even after playing Expedition 33. But look, if you're new here and you made it this far, and you made it to the end of the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, y'all. You feel me? It's a lot more bangers like this on the way, especially since it's going to be a lot more gaming videos on the way, too, and a lot more games to play for me to live stream on this channel. Like, bro, it's just going to get lit. 2026 is going to actually be a good year for gaming, y'all. I ain't going to lie. Good year for the channel, too, but good year for gaming as well, bro. You feel me? But other than that, though, y'all, just expect a lot more bangers on the way, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm going to catch you on the next video, y'all. But until then, I'm out of here, y'all, for real.